Hey, so this is day 12 of our working on ourselves, within ourselves, for ourselves. So in the previous video, I've mentioned the nervous system, that we don't give our nervous system what it needs. And this is one of the most important things that you will ever do for yourself. Become conscious what your nervous system needs, because your nervous system is your boss, is your CEO. It really, until you learn what your nervous system is burdened with, first of all, and second of all, how to meet the needs of your nervous system, you will get nowhere, because your physical, your internal state of your nervous system drives everything. So you cannot outthink your state. You know, when you're anxious and someone tells you, oh, just calm down, right? Our nervous system is our unconscious mind and subconscious mind. So our physiology and all the little sort of settings in the nervous system that have been created over the years, especially in your childhood, are actually what runs our life, what dictates and determines every single emotion, every single behavior, what you do, who you're attracted to, etc., etc. So when people talk about the wounding, you know, inner child wound or mother wound or father wound, their absence or whatever, they're talking about really the wounding of the nervous system, the codes that have been written into your nervous system. And one of the ways in which the system is running around us is that we are disconnected from it. So we're never in our body, we're always in our mind, that our mind is being manipulated and distorted, really, because our mind is also the entry point to us. So the consumption of everything you eat, drink, watch, consume emotionally, etc., we are burdening our nervous system every day, right? And that's part of the sort of reality. But the unconscious part of the reality is that it happened in our childhood. So the more dysfunctional your family was, the more distorted the coding is, because your nervous system is coded with your self-worth, what you think about the world, what you think about other people, what you think about men, what you think about women, how you approach children, how do you approach your career, like your financial health and everything, right? So these are little codes that our nervous system is encoded with in childhood. And for majority of us, unfortunately, it hasn't been the case that the sort of our nervous system is encoded with things that serve us, because in childhood, your survival identity is being created by your environment, the climate around you, the atmosphere in your house, emotionally, psychologically, and mentally, right? So we're not talking about physical things. We're talking about your psychology, how it's being created, and your sort of psychological mental reality, how it's being created for you without your input, really. And you didn't choose any of that, unless you were very lucky, which I'm guessing you wouldn't be listening to that because it wouldn't be relevant. So your nervous system is holding you in your survival identity. So really the practice here is to start getting into your body and being present for your body. And for majority of people, that's very scary, because the way we survive very often is by disconnecting and disassociating from ourselves. So if you are at the beginning of the journey and you've never done any work on yourself, start by creating moments of safety for yourself, where you just sit with yourself, hug yourself, and just being present with your body, right? And people talk about gratitude practice, and that's the first thing we should be grateful for our bodies, because they keep us alive every day, and we don't even pay attention, right? And if you eat crap, drink crap, and consume crap, and yet your body still sort of metabolizes that for you, and you somehow can power through, etc., that's a very good news. So imagine how you would be feeling if you start taking care of your body and of yourself, right? And of your nervous system. And of course, you've got physical things like food and drink, etc. But also, your nervous system consumes what comes in through your mind. So, what is your emotional diet, right? Because that's the only thing you can actually start controlling. Well, you can't control anything else, but you can control what enters your body. And very often that's the trick that people start feeling very differently. You know, when I used to work as a therapist and I worked with people with lots of trauma and anxiety and depression, very often just paying attention to themselves and saying, oh my God, I've been through so much shit. Why am I eating this? You know, just asking yourself why and taking charge what goes into you, right? On every level, psychological, mental, physical, you know, etc. And obviously doing what you can. I'm not saying that we can all do it straight away, but just being conscious, right? And practicing awareness and making choices. Just the same way you wouldn't eat whatever is put in front of you. And if you do, you know how that ends and how that makes you feel. So it's the same with the rest of the stuff that we consume, right? Emotionally, psychologically, and mentally, because nothing is benign and nothing is neutral. It either feeds you and nurtures you, emotionally, psychologically, and mentally, or it destroys you, it destabilizes you, and it makes you confused. So, one of the things you can do for yourself, like after interacting with someone, ask yourself, how does your body feel after being around them? Because this is a very good way of actually, if you feel confused, that means that person is trying to manipulate you. And then you can make a choice for yourself, right? Is this what I want in my life? Is this what I want to cultivate? So making choices about what you cultivate, food wise, how you spend your time, where you spend your time, etc. So environments that usually are good for you and for your body, you will feel expansion, you will feel calmness, you will feel relaxed. People, places, things that are not good for you, you will be feeling fragmented, you will be feeling destabilized. Same with stuff that you read and watch, right? So if something makes you feel fearful or panicky, then don't watch it, right? A lot of people stop watching the news now. If you are craving drama, right? It may be you want to keep yourself alive because we want to be alive. We want something to be happening. This is why, you know, we organic creatures, we want to play. And if being addicted to drama is your way to play, that's going to burn you out, just so you know, right? So, yeah, start being conscious about what you put in your body, energetically, physically, what you drink, and start, you know, choosing. Start choosing what enters your body. See you later. Never give up on yourself.